Greetings, my beloveds. Once again, it's so lovely to have you here in my beautiful little sound sanctuary studio on a Wednesday. I am your host, Star Lotus. I am a Reiki master, crystal alchemy sound bowl player, energy coach and facilitator, singer-songwriter, makeup artist, jewelry artist. I'm getting into pottery, just art's all over the place. I gotta love the arts. And we have another miraculous session for you guys today, so let's jump right in. So, we just came out of a very powerful Libra full moon. This past full moon illuminated so much about our relationships, our inner balance, and the places within us that still need healing. And because we've also just exited a major eclipse portal along with both Mercury and Venus retrogrades, everything feels like it's been coming to the surface. Old wounds, past patterns, deep realizations, especially around relationships, both with others and with ourselves. As Venus completed her retrograde, many of us have started to see the truth about who and what is really aligned in our lives. What's been serving us and what's been draining us. And while the eclipses are technically behind us, we're still feeling their ripple effects, especially emotionally and spiritually. These cosmic shifts have been helping us to see what's ready to be healed, what's no longer aligned, and what's asking for more compassion, presence, and clarity. And just a little side note, actually, we don't have any planets in retrograde until May 4th, and I think it's Pluto that goes into retrograde on May 4th. So right now, it's like a really great time to be working on everything that we're working on because we have nothing standing in our way, and so it's a good time to start creating. Personally, I've been feeling a lot coming up over the past few weeks, especially in my throat chakra. Old memories, past expressions I didn't speak, truths I silenced. All of this is asking to be acknowledged and cleared. Many of us are being called to speak our truth more clearly and to heal our relationship with our own voice. So to go into that a little bit more, kind of like how I keep telling you guys, like we need to take it to the body and see where we're feeling things. You know, when I do that, and a lot of us have pain in our body. A lot of us have things that are not quite working right in our body. And the breath work can work for those things too, because a lot of the times we store emotions in these spaces and we don't even really realize what we've stored in the body. And it manifests as pain or an illness or dis-ease and things like that. So a lot of the times when people come to me with pain, I'm always like, okay, so what happened during the time that this pain started coming up into your body? And a lot of the times we don't really realize all the other stresses that we are going through at the time when these things were happening to us. But then if we dig a little deeper and we sit with it and we ask our body, like, hey, allow what needs to come up, and we really sit with that breath and we just kind of let our body speak to us, a lot of the times those things will start to rise from our subconscious to our conscious mind, kind of like the trap door that we were talking about before. Because once you're doing the breath work and you're feeling into the area, like for me, I clench my teeth a lot and I chew on my cheeks a lot. And that's something that I haven't been able to break. It's definitely a bad habit because it's starting to like really wreak havoc. I have a little bit of TMJ going on, and so I'm like, okay, I'm sitting with it. I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that I never spoke about. There's a lot of things that happened to me as a child that I just didn't tell anybody because I thought that it would make it worse if I spoke up and if I spoke out about the things that I was going through and all the things that were happening. And I've actually had like a lot of stuff come up from childhood recently, and I've been really working with the breath. Like when I first had some of this wave of things come up, my shoulder just started like really acting up on me. So I actually I had like this little back roller thing, and I was sitting cross-legged and I put my arm on it so that my arm could be out, and I worked with the central channel breath. I breathed in from 2 feet above into the belly, and then you can also link an extremity into that central channel breath. So as I breathed in and I did a big belly breath and I breathed up, I really felt it in the shoulder, and I expanded all of this, and I really felt the pressure. I breathed bigger than the body, and again, slow breaths, and then I exhaled out the arm. And I imagined myself slowly exhaling out the arm. And then I breathed back in through the arm, and I imagined every cell of my arm activating. I had it stretched out so I could feel all the tension, and I imagined myself breathing through it, and then breathing into the shoulder, and then deep into the belly, and then I exhaled 2 feet below. Then I breathe back up from 2 feet below, slowly into the belly, into the upper lobes of the lungs, into the shoulder, expanding, expanding, and then exhaling through the arm. So you can bring the arm, you can bring the leg, you can bring anything into that channel breathing and continue that 2 feet above and 2 feet below. So you're working with your 2 upper chakras and your lower chakra. So you're connecting the legacy, the higher purpose, and the soul purpose all together. And you're working that out because, again, a lot of the things that come to trigger us are our biggest lessons. We were talking last time about how Chiron was in Aries. And a lot of these things are coming up to teach us and to teach us what our greatest gifts are, to teach us what our inspiration is for the things that we do, to teach us why these things are coming so that we can be bigger and better and really overcome these things. And a lot of the times, our healing is some of our, trauma and all the things that we've been going through. So I've been feeling it up in my jaw a lot. And like I said, I can really drop any other habits that I have pretty easily. But this is something that's been staying with me for a long time. And I realized I need to continue speaking my truth more. I need to continue being okay with being authentic and not really caring what anybody else has to say or think about it, So that's a part of my journey. And so, my shoulder's been feeling a lot better lately. There's still a little bit going on, but it's coming up into here. And when we listen to the body and we take it to the body and we really listen to, hey, what's going on? We're able to find a lot deeper. And again, you don't have to write a story about it, but you can find a lot deeper meaning and you can bring that breath into different areas when you really start listening to your body. And that's what's going to create that transformation and that circuitry back online so that you're flowing at your highest level. And so back to what I was talking about here, we're also about to enter Taurus season this Saturday, April 20th. As we move into the earth sign, the energy will begin to feel a little bit more grounded and steady. Taurus invites us to slow down, root into the body, and return to what brings us comfort, beauty, and peace. It's the perfect time to start integrating everything that's been stirred up this past month and to recenter ourselves into the present moment. Also a great time to get out there and ground, get your feet on the earth, lay on the earth, do some ion exchange with the earth. It's very healing and very good for this season. So, and we have Easter coming up as well on the 20th. So we've got Easter, we've got 420, and then we've got Taurus season starting. So that's a lot going on. So again, with Easter, it's like being risen from the dead. You're here, you have a rebirth. You're really coming into yourself and you're coming back to yourself. So very interesting how everything's kind of colliding, coming back earth side. So tonight's sound healing is going to support all of this, grounding the nervous system, aligning the chakras, and creating a safe, sacred space for release, reflection, and renewal. So to support all of this energetic integration tonight, we'll be working with another powerful set of the Crystal Alchemy sound bowls that are tuned to specific frequencies and energetic centers. We'll be focusing primarily on the key of A major, which connects to insight, clarity, and perception. This key helps us to really see the truths that have been rising up about ourselves, our relationships, our patterns, and offers us a higher perspective so we can respond with wisdom instead of reaction. And to touch back on that as well, we talk about too, how you're throwing your energy off and you're just giving your power to other people. Let's go back into me sometimes not speaking up for myself enough. Okay, so what is that doing? I'm giving my power away. I'm no longer keeping myself empowered. I'm just giving it away. I'm allowing what other people might think to dictate what I do, which is not okay, Or I'm silencing myself for the comfort of others. And we need to be in our own power. We need to be look, if something isn't okay with somebody else and I need to speak up for myself, then that's okay. If they don't like it, they don't like it. As long as we're speaking within love and we're not throwing our energy off in a reactive mode, as long as we're staying centered and we're speaking with love and we're speaking from our personal power and we're not just throwing it off at everybody around us. We know when we're throwing off our energy and then we know what it feels like to pull it back on. And again, we did that practice with subject object in one of our last sound healings. So you can always go back and check into some of the lessons in the other sound healings. So we're going to begin today with this beautiful Mount Shasta Serpentine Platinum Bowl in A. And this is the grounding one. So this bowl connects us to the Earth's base frequency through the sacred vortex energy of Mount Shasta. It supports deep healing through the serpentine energy of transformation and detoxification, while platinum brings divine feminine balance. This grounding bowl helps us to root our insights into the body so our realizations don't just stay in the mind, they can begin to integrate. right. Next, we have a high A, rhodochrosite platinum. Rhodochrosite is a stone of a compassionate heart. It helps us gently uncover emotional wounds with softness and love, especially those connected to our inner child and relationships. When paired with platinum's harmonizing energy, it becomes a powerful ally for seeing our past clearly without judgment and for calling and healing at the emotional and energetic levels. So you can kind of see how this set is already kind of going into what we've been talking about. So next, and one other thing too, I haven't repeated a set of bowls yet since I started doing this. So each set that you're seeing in each video is a different combination of bowls and a different key, which I think is really cool. So I don't know when I'm gonna have to start repeating, but it's really awesome that I've been able to mix and match all the bowls to give you guys something fresh every single time. So next we're gonna be going into the solar plexus chakra, which is E, where our personal power and our sense of identity live. First, we'll ground into that energy with the Great Salt Lake Violet Flame Aura Bowl. This bowl offers deep purification. It helps to transmute old stories and attachments that no longer serve us, especially those tied to our self-worth and confidence. The violet flame energy is all about transformation, burning away what's false so your authentic power can shine through. Isn't that beautiful? So loving with the inner child, seeing things deeper, and being in our personal power. And then this one, the second E bowl we'll play is a middle E in Dead Sea Salt Androgynous Indium. This alchemy blends the sacred waters of the Dead Sea, known for their healing and purification, with the balancing properties of androgynous indium, which helps us unify the divine masculine and feminine within us. This bowl brings a beautiful balance to our solar plexus, softening the ego and opening space for trust, surrender, and authentic expression. All right, next we have C sharp in Violet Flame Aura. Continuing that theme of deep transformation and clearing, this time focus more on the energetic clarity and spiritual recalibration. It supports the release of subtle blocks of the aura and helps raise the overall vibration of the mind-body system. We have this special little one. This is a high C sharp in Egyptian blue platinum, which resonates to the light body chakra, a subtle energy center that connected to the activation and integration of our photonic structure. This bowl supports in embodying more light, allowing our spiritual essence to flow more freely through the physical form. Egyptian blue carries the wisdom of ancient civilizations and enhances deep spiritual insight, while platinum harmonizes and balances the divine masculine and feminine energies within us. Together, they help us align with our highest timeline, strengthen the integrity of our energetic field, and receive the downloads and clarity we need to walk our path with more grace and resilience. All right, I've got one extra little bowl that I'm popping in here today. And throughout the session, I'll be weaving in this beautiful binaural frequency using the A and the A sharp. So I'll let you guys hear what that sounds like. You see how there's like a little flutter? So the A sharp bowl is Mother of Platinum, which brings in nurturing, protective, and intuitive energies, like a wise ancestral guide. This binaural pairing will help and train the brain to a higher state of consciousness, supporting deep meditation, integration, and a sense of safety as we move through these insights and emotional openings. So this also balances the right and left hemispheres of the brain. So it's really awesome. It kind of gets us into that meditation state a little faster. And it's a beautiful binaural. So you're going to hear me coming in with that a little bit here and there. All right. Well, so now that I've introduced the bowls, I think we're ready to start. So once again, I want you guys to work on that central channel breath, breathing in from 2 feet above, slowing down the breath, holding those anchor points. So we've got Mula Bandha, which is the root lock, which is lightly squeezing our pelvic floor muscles just a little bit, the same ones if you had to pee and you had to stop the flow of urine, those muscles. It's like a Kegel for women, so lightly squeezing those. And then shoulders down and back to activate that heart. Making your throat a little smaller for ocean breath so you can hear your throat. And also that helps the breath take a little bit longer and really pierce through that system. It helps you slow down. And then roll those eyes to the third eye. that breath, breathing in from 2 feet above. Follow that in from your crown into your third eye, into your throat, into your heart, down into the belly, filling up the belly and then the upper lobes of the lungs. And slowly, slowly, once you've breathed in as much as you can breathe in, you feel that expansion. Slowly start to exhale down through the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, 2 feet into the ground. Really breathing out all the way, belly button to spine. Exhaling fully. Feel yourself squeezing that breath out. And then slowly, slowly start inhaling back up from 2 feet below. Into the belly, filling the belly, then the upper lobes of the lungs. Breathing bigger than the body. Feeling that pressure. And then slowly, slowly exhaling from the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, and 2 feet above to your higher self. Continue that 2 feet above and 2 feet below breathing throughout the session. And then I want you to take a moment to take it to the body. See if anything has been coming up for you. What have you been working on this past month? What things have been coming up? What has it been showing you about yourself and about your relationships? Let's take it to the body and see where in the body we're feeling it. And if you can't feel it, just put your hand the first place your hand goes. Maybe it's the first place your mind goes. Give that space a gentle, loving hug, a little squeeze with the muscles. And while breathing in the channel, 2 feet above and 2 feet below, let's breathe into that space, really feeling that expansion. Your breath against that little hug you're giving it. Or maybe you're feeling some pain. Breathe into that spot. Ask your body what's coming up for you, where you can go for deeper healing. And bring some love into that space. If it's hard right now to feel love, I want you to imagine something that brings you that loving feeling. Whether it be a person, a place, your animal, something new you got, whatever brings you that excitement and that loving feeling. Hug yourself with that feeling of love, breathing into that space and really bringing the breath in there. Allow yourself to feel good. Know that healing is there. We just need to listen. Everything is happening for us to bring us to the greatest version of ourselves. where the light comes through. And by doing this breath work and integrating and taking it to the body, we're bringing light into those spaces. We're giving love and healing to ourselves. It's very important to remember that you can't gaslight yourself into healing. You can't be like, well, I should be better, and this is, it's coming up, and it's, No, you can't gaslight yourself into healing. It takes time sometimes, whether it be a physical ailment or an emotional wound or a spiritual wound. It takes time. It takes love and it takes patience with ourselves. And every time that these patterns come up or a trigger comes, it shows us where the healing is. And it helps us to become better and greater and into the best version of ourselves. And every time that trigger may come up or that past trauma may surface or that shoulder or neck or lower back starts to hurt, we have to remember we're a different person as this pattern starts coming around again. We have more tools, more ways to integrate, and more ways to heal. And by being loving and patient with ourselves, we give ourselves that grace. This breath work has helped me heal so many different parts of my body. Bringing the light in, focusing, it's helped heal parts of my mind. It's helped break toxic patterns that I've had. And we're always healing. No one's perfect. No one's ever getting to that. We're always doing the work on ourselves. If someone says they've done all the work and they're completely healed, they're probably lying. Like I said, we cannot gaslight ourselves into believing that we're all good when we still have things that we have to work on. Things are still coming up, situations are still coming to us, triggers, and it's all okay. Lean into it. Give yourself love, patience, kindness, and understanding, and listen to what the body is saying to you. Listen to what your system is telling you. And with that, our time today is once again coming to a close. I want to thank you guys so much once again for allowing me to serenade you on a Wednesday night. I greatly, greatly appreciate all of your support that you guys have been giving me, every like and comment and view on this video and all my other videos. I'm so very grateful for. And I appreciate you joining me in this space on Wednesdays. I hope that you're having a lovely rest of your evening. I hope that you're able to feel renewed after these eclipses and retrogrades. And I hope that you're able to integrate a little bit more of everything that's been going on. Once again, I'm your host, Star Lotus. I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings and so much peace and kindness and gratefulness. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you have a